Welcome, everybody, and I appreciate you taking the time to join. Just a quick introduction of myself. My name is Ryan Tagg. I've been with Dominion Payroll 7 years. I currently manage all the sales engineering and training here and host the webinars. Today, I am joined by Kevin Corrado. He is currently with eComp. He's the program specialist and National Pay-As-You-Go Workers' Compensation Program head. So as we go through, just wanted to send out a quick reminder that we will be recording this. And if you have any questions, I'll be doing my best to keep an eye on those as they come in. And then I will interrupt Kevin if y'all have any questions. So feel free to pop them in the chat. There should be a chat and a question box there for you to reach out to us. Just let us know if you have anything, and we'll do our best to stop as we go along through Kevin's presentation. But Kevin, thank you so much for joining us, and I look forward to hearing more about the program.
Perfect. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Kevin Corrado. I'm an agent. I'm a program specialist at eComp, and we are the dedicated workers' comp and business insurance agent for Dominion Payroll. Like most of my team and I'm in Rochester, New York. Our company headquarters are out in Livermore, California. I don't know about you guys, but we're finally starting to see some sunshine out there. This week, we were even able to take our 1.5-year-old daughter outside on a walk when it's not snowing, surprisingly. Usually we just push her around in the stroller, but now she's at the point where she's leading the charge. So that's been a lot of fun for us to see those steps going. So what are we doing today? We're here to navigate the complexities of workers' comp insurance and how we at eComp can simplify the process with Dominion Payroll. Our goal today is to show you how our pay-as-you-go model saves you money, eliminates surprises, and streamlines audits. And you might be asking yourself, who is eComp? We are the leading provider of pay-as-you-go workers' compensation insurance for over 700 payroll companies across the country. We are a full service property and casualty agency, or P&C agency, licensed in all 50 states. We have been in business for 30 years, and eComp puts service excellence to the forefront of our mutual clients with Dominion. Personally, I've been with eComp for almost 2 years, and Dominion was one of my first payroll partners I was introduced to. Dominion's great because they are always doing programs and initiatives to promote their community. Just the other week, they held a donut eating fundraising contest to support Richmond SPCA, Donuts for Dogs. I unfortunately don't have any snacks for you, but I still feel lucky to be speaking with you today. We have built a really strong relationship with the team as I was invited to the 2025 sales kickoff meeting in January this year. My manager, Andy Fazio, and I got to visit home office in Richmond, Virginia for a few days, meet everyone in person, and be immersed by the strong and positive culture at Dominion Payroll. Having that connection with the team and being involved in community events like this one make me feel proud to have the partnership with Dominion. Today's agenda: why is workers' comp important to you? As a business owner, there are always a million different things to be thinking about, and workers' compensation insurance does not have to be one of them. What makes eComp different? I'll explain our service model and partnership with different insurance carriers that allow for our maximized pay-go solutions. We have a strong payroll integration with Dominion. We want to help explain the connection between accurate payroll reporting and workers' comp premiums on pay-as-you-go. We have some client examples to share and recent policies that have been issued on PayGo that we want to highlight. You can listen to me talk X's and O's like my old football coach all day, but hearing real life scenarios of clients benefiting from our PayGo services with Dominion might just stick better for you. And any good webinar has a Q&A section. We'll save some time at the end for questions or concerns, especially if you think of anything during the info. Certainly, Ryan's here to interrupt me at any time. Please, you're welcome to speak up whenever something crosses your mind. All right, to kick things off, why is workers' comp insurance important to you? Workers' comp is a mandatory state requirement from a compliance perspective. It protects the business owner from workplace injuries and illnesses to employees. Workers' compensation is ultimately a payroll tax. Because this mandatory employer-paid expense is tied to employee wages, eComp and Dominion are here to partner with you for your workers' comp needs. Our goal is to make this easy for you so you can focus on running your business. Pricing of a workers' compensation policy is based on two factors: employee gross wages and the nature of your business, or class code if you're familiar with that when looking at your policy. Workers' comp premiums are competitive among insurance carriers, and we can help your business save money by shopping coverage. All states have different ways of handling workers' comp insurance, including different penalty ramifications. For example, Florida issues a stop work order for clients who are non-compliant with workers' compensation, which means lost revenue. Forget about factors like marketing or finding the right staff, for example. A simple misstep of workers' comp insurance could end up costing your business, but not with eComp and Dominion. We are here to partner with you for your workers' compensation needs. Sorry about that. I bet some of you out there are paying your current workers' comp premium on a traditional payment method. But guess what? There's a better way. Let me level set here and compare traditional workers' comp that an independent agent provides versus pay as you go with eComp and Dominion. As I point these out, I want you to think about the ways this can help you as a business owner. At its core, PayGo Workers Comp is a cash management tool. Zero deposit means you keep the cash in your pocket longer with no upfront down payment. Premiums are paid on actual payroll wages. With a traditional agent, there are upfront deposits, either a payment in full or fixed monthly installments based on estimated wages. And this will lead to an audit with surprises or a refund. All businesses that renewed in January 2020, for example, on direct bill, most likely received a refund for overpaying their premiums. When work stopped due to COVID, their policy already collected premium based on estimated wages, and not all those wages ended up being generated through payroll. Opposite of this, with PayGo, clients will pay less when they are slow and pay more when they are busy, keeping payments in line with their actual payroll wages, so premium is paid in an accurate and timely manner during the course of the policy year. Think about some of your favorite restaurants. Do they always have a consistent staff, or does it fluctuate based on the school year or based on the season? Or even a contractor whose business gets busy or slow based on job orders. Although lately I think they're all busy. So that's just going to keep going up and keeping in line with the wages. Pay as you go, workers' compensation brings a service to manage cash flow and retain money longer. This is one example how Dominion and eComp partnered to solve our clients' workers' comp needs. Streamlined audits. This is a big one and a common issue for clients of all industries. Audits on a traditional workers' compensation policy can be a pain point for businesses. If you currently pay your policy premium directly to the insurance carrier, ask yourself, how long did my last audit take? How much time was spent away from your revenue streaming tasks? As a result of the audit, did I owe money to the carrier or was money paid back to me? Surprise, both are bad. Nobody likes paying more at the end of a policy year. And if you have to be reimbursed, then that means you did not have the correct amount of cash flow during the year to be enhancing your business to its utmost potential. Who is available to support you during the audit process? Did you have a payroll partner or any kind of resource to lean on, or were you on your own? Pay as you go with eComp and Dominion is a breath of fresh air compared to your traditional audit process. We have a native integration with Dominion for PayGo Workers Comp. Premium payments are accurate each pay period based on employee wages. There are no custom reports for you to create. Our systems will generate the information for you automatically to help with record keeping. We will eliminate the initial workers' comp premium deposit that you may see on a traditional payment method. We collect premiums based on actual payroll with our native Dominion integration. We complete the audit for a number of our clients, which is unique for insurance in general. With our billing system, if I told you that we A, had a solution that allows you to pay your premiums as you run payroll. B, eliminate your next workers' comp deposit. And C, streamline your audits. Is that something that would benefit your business? The answer, of course, is yes. I want to pause here
Hey,
for just a
hey,
moment.
Kevin, I had a quick question. You
Perfect, yes.
mentioned that so your services other than yours estimate the costs of workers' comp over the course of the year, if I'm understanding correctly. And based on that estimate, you're either have to pay money, you get a bill, right, or you're owed money. Now, as a layman, why would it be bad if I'm getting money at the end of the year? Isn't that a good thing?
Sure, yeah, it's always a good thing to get money, but the
Love getting
problem with
money.
getting reimbursed at the audit is that is money that you should have had already during the policy year. So instead of just getting a lump sum at essentially some random point in time, think about a few months prior to that when you could have been enhancing your business. Either, if I'm a landscaper, I need to buy a lawnmower, but I can't until I wait until the end of my audit process at renewal to get that money from the insurance carrier. Meanwhile, if I'm on a pay as you go basis, I actually pay what my employee wages consist of, and I have the amount of cash flow ready to spend on equipment or expenses to help my business grow.
Gotcha. Well, I guess shoot, even if you had it in like a savings account, you'd be earning interest on it, right? Versus nothing
Right,
at all.
right, exactly
Gotcha.
right, for
Gotcha.
sure. Good question. Is there anything else that we wanted to look at for right now?
I don't think we have any questions right now, but for people on the webinar, feel free to throw them in there. I'm keeping my eye on any that come through, so I will find an opportune time to pause if anything comes up. But
Excellent,
thank you, Kevin.
please. Of course. All right. So what makes eComp different? We have a dedicated agent model at eComp. I welcome you to reach out for questions. I can help you navigate any situation you may have to best advise on the next steps. Once we get a policy in place through Dominion, we assign all of our clients a dedicated account manager. I will always be here for assistance too, but you will be also assigned that dedicated account manager to help with any sort of coverage needs during the policy year, like endorsement requests, certificates of insurance, compliance questions, billing and audits, and more. We have over 25 carrier partners that we can utilize the pay-as-you-go service with. Most of them are shown on the screen, and we also have wholesale and state fund access to compare rates and place coverage if pay-go options are not available. We are constantly adding more carriers to our wheelhouse. With growth in carriers come growth in coverage availability. Certain carriers are able to write pay-go for industries like roofing, trucking, oil and gas, and home health care in certain states. eComp can help with the tougher to place risks and always look for the best options to fit your needs. Just like how we strive for an excellent partnership with Dominion Payroll, we put the same emphasis into our carrier relationships. We are licensed in all 50 states and can work with clients all over the country. This has become more of a need in recent years as work from home options are becoming more readily available. Just look at me. Like I said before, our company is based out of California, but I'm here in Rochester, New York. If your business operates in Virginia and you decide to hire a new employee who lives and works in North Carolina, for example, that business will need to make sure their workers' comp policy covers the new employee in North Carolina too. I want to share 3 examples of recent Dominion and pay as you go success stories. First, a restaurant group in Alabama was on a PEO and recently started with Dominion. They had 3 total entities. We had to set up a new policy away from their PEO. The PEO has all the benefit needs lumped into one program for their clients, so we had to get the workers' comp piece in place. I partnered with a specific Dominion payroll rep to work with the client on the necessary information, and we landed a new policy with Hartford Insurance to cover all 3 entities on one single pay-as-you-go workers' comp policy. Now their premium is paid on a biweekly basis with employee wages accounted for from each entity under one policy. The client will also be in a great spot for a seamless audit review at their policy renewal because employee wages are being accounted for each pay period. Second, a nonprofit in Virginia that had been around since 2008 recently hired W-2 employees, and we were able to get them on a pay-as-you-go policy too. This is an example of eComp being able to place coverage for any type of business, not just corporations or LLCs, but also nonprofits. We can even look to get owner-only clients set up when needed too. And third, another client recently started with Dominion Payroll after being on a different payroll service for some time. This client wanted to keep their pay-as-you-go workers' comp coverage the same as it has always been, so we proceeded with a practice to move their current coverage from their previous agency over to us at eComp. This allowed us to implement the pay-as-you-go service with Dominion. During my conversations with the client and the payroll rep, we discussed how the company had employees working remote in other states outside the company headquarters, similar to eComp with me being in New York. When the policy was issued to us as the broker, I reviewed the policy and found that only the main headquartered state was shown for coverage. This was a big red flag, and I immediately submitted an endorsement request to the insurance carrier to add those additional states and ensure that coverage applies for all employees. This scenario could have come to life either because of recently new employees hired in those different states, or the previous agent just never accounted for the employment statuses of work from home employees for the client. This kind of thorough detail is an example of what you can expect with eComp as your broker through Dominion Payroll. Now, it's all well and good to hear about the coverage needs and how that comes to be, but how does it look like when you submit a quote? I want to share with you how our initial coverage options are presented. Our quoting tool is meant to be like an Expedia shopping experience. Similar to quickly booking your next vacation spot, it only takes about 3 minutes to fill out the company information, and we do the searching for coverage for you. Here's an example of the workers' comp premium results after a quote request goes through. We enter in points of data like the company name, address, employee payroll estimates, nature of business, and our system will be able to show pricing indications from some of our top pay-as-you-go insurance carriers to let you know what the estimated annual premium could look like based on the submitted information. Now, these prices are not end-all be-all, as there are different factors that can still go into the final premium estimate. For example, liability limits can be adjusted, owners can be included or excluded, or there still might be some underwriting factors and questions to determine coverage eligibilities from certain carriers based on the employee operations. Ultimately, this is a great starting point for a proposal and a great way for me to reach out to you as the client requesting the information for your business. If you're interested in submitting your own quotes through Dominion, I can share a link with you and walk through this. And then this brings us to how to get started. It's very easy. All you got to do is ask the question. Check with your Dominion partner on what your workers' comp options are, and they will get you in touch with me. Or you can reach out to our team directly at submissions@goecomp.com. And you can include me at kcorrado@goecomp.com. I'll respond to your new business requests within 2 hours of the inquiry, and our native integration with Dominion not only makes an appearance on the premium payments through payroll, but also for a streamlined communication between people too. In short, we're here to help. Pay-as-you-go workers' comp is an excellent way to manage cash flow in today's day and age. All states have their own way of handling and administrating workers' comp insurance, and we want to make sure you remain compliant. We're highlighting our pay-as-you-go workers' comp model, but eComp is also a full-service P&C agency capable of handling all your business insurance needs. Lightning Max is our mascot that you've seen throughout the webinar here, and he represents eComp being fast, easy, and awesome. If you get the chance to access our quoting tool, you can see him really pump out some proposals for you. It's easy and simple audits with no upfront deposit, save you time and energy to be focusing on your revenue streaming tasks. Our dedicated service model makes sure you always have a direct point of contact to reach out for any business insurance needs or questions. Our alliance with Dominion strives to make sure your payroll and workers' comp needs are handled. And workers' comp is always evolving. 10 years ago, nobody approved PAYGO for roofing contractors, for example, but now there are options to place this coverage. I want to leave my contact info up here, and you are welcome to reach me directly at kcorrado@goecomp.com and 925-474-4640. I appreciate your time today. Are there any other questions before we sign off?
I didn't see any come through, Kevin, but I want to really just thank you for your time. And I think the biggest emphasis here, particularly with something like workers' comp, is it doesn't hurt to evaluate, especially if you're an existing client at Dominion Payroll. We're happy to help, even if it's just to take a look to see if we can be a better option. At the end of the day, we're agnostic. We just want you to have the best solutions, and that's part of the reason for this partnership is because we think that eComp and Kevin's team can be a really great fit for a lot of people. So, Kevin, really appreciate that. Really appreciate you coming on. Especially appreciate the three examples that you brought on. I know that
Yeah,
one of the commitment. I mean, I'd love to learn more at some point about the nonprofit that you helped. I didn't realize that was like workers' comp was just as important. I don't know why I didn't think about that, but just as important to a nonprofit as anyone else.
of course. Yeah, anyone with a W-2 employee has the right options to look into.
Yeah, I always think you just get a free pass, but it's probably the total opposite, right? Where they
Of
have
course.
more rules to follow than the rest of us.
Sure. Definitely.
Yeah, in
Right. Right.
addition to things, yeah, like workers' comp. But cool. Well, if nobody else has any questions, you're more than welcome to reach out directly to Kevin. You can reach out to myself, your representative here at Dominion Payroll. But please don't hesitate to contact us if you have any questions at all. We're happy to explain or at least point you in the right direction. But Kevin, thank you again. It was great to see you again. Hopefully, get to see you again soon. And if we don't speak, good luck to those Vikings, my friend.
Of course, Ryan. Yeah.
See
Good
you
seeing
in
you
this.
too.
Yeah, seeing that championship game with the Commanders.
Oh my
Everybody have a
gosh.
great day and follow up if you need any clarity on anything. We really appreciate your time.
Thanks a lot, Ryan. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.
Thanks, Kevin. Bye.